A kung fu master's naive and foolhardy son gets tricked by his con artist uncle into gambling away his family's ancestral land without even knowing he's gambling. Now he must face a six-time world championship finalist in a high-stakes snooker match where losing means his entire village becomes homeless, and winning requires combining martial arts with pool tricks in the most absurd comeback you've ever seen. The story follows Chow Seo Lung, the carefree son of respected kung fu master Chow Fei Hung. Despite growing up under a skilled teacher, Lung is the laziest and most frivolous student in the school. In contrast, Mo, his father's top disciple, is disciplined, strong, and highly skilled. Lung, however, loves flying kites and playing snooker. During a dragon boat festival, foreign reporters arrive to film the event. Master Fei agrees and sends Mo to fetch Lung so they can demonstrate their kung fu. She finds him playing with children and drags him to the arena. The demonstration begins, but Lung keeps fooling around, embarrassing his father. Mo then competes in a strength challenge with one of the foreigners and easily throws him to the ground. When Master Fei orders them to show real power, Mo lands a heavy punch on Lung. He flies backward into the stage supports, collapsing the platform and injuring several people. The festival ends in chaos. Master Fei loses his temper. He grabs an umbrella and chases Lung, striking at him as Lung dodges around the living room. The punishment only stops when his uncle, Yoon, arrives unexpectedly. Master Fei persuades Yoon to stay for dinner. At the table, Yoon claims he is doing small business ventures, but to Lung, his expensive suit and watch suggest he's doing well. The next morning, Lung wakes up early and sings loudly, waking Yoon up. Master Fei asks him to accompany him to clean the ancestral grave. While there, Yoon comments on how valuable the land looks and casually suggests selling it. Master Fei takes offense and firmly rejects the idea. Yoon quickly claims he was joking. Moments later, a realtor from Hong Kong approaches and insults Master Fei by calling him a peasant. He then expresses interest in purchasing the land. Already angered, Master Fei responds with a swift umbrella strike that sends the man tumbling down the hill. Yoon watches, impressed by his strength. Later, Lung spends time at a snooker hall, showing real talent for once. Yoon observes him closely, clearly impressed. After Lung wins a game and receives a small reward, Yoon approaches and suggests they play for a $100 bet. Lung hesitates, claiming he does not gamble, but Yoon persuades him. Mo overhears the conversation and quickly intervenes, knowing Master Fei would be angry if he learns he's gambling. When Lung refuses to listen, she flips the table to shut the game down. Yoon is visibly displeased, as if his plan has just been ruined. Lung storms off to a tea shop, with Mo following to explain herself. He refuses to listen. That night, Lung notices Mo looking upset and teases her. She responds with punches, which he dodges. When he accidentally grabs her hand to block a strike, she pulls away and leaves abruptly. Lung is left confused until Mo's grandfather reveals the truth. Mo has feelings for him, and her anger comes from embarrassment, not hostility. Meanwhile, Yoon approaches Master Fei in the living room and pretends he has just remembered something important. He claims he missed a business deal because he failed to pay a deposit that morning. He blames himself for forgetting, saying he was distracted while accompanying Master Fei to the grave. Master Fei takes responsibility and offers to cover the loss. Yoon accepts gratefully and says he has no way to repay him. Master Fei asks for one favor instead. He wants Yoon to take Lung to Hong Kong. He believes Lung should seek opportunity in the city rather than waste away in his hometown. Yoon hesitates but agrees. Hoping Lung will refuse, he suggests asking for his opinion first. At that moment, Lung walks in and eagerly agrees before Yoon can speak. The next day, Lung gets a haircut, determined to look sharp before leaving. As soon as he steps outside, Master Fei suddenly attacks him. Caught off guard, Lung scrambles to defend himself. He dodges each strike and shifts into full defense mode. After a brief exchange, Master Fei stops and nods in approval. He explains that the world is dangerous and he needs to know Lung can protect himself. Despite his playful nature, Lung's skills are solid. Lung casually mentions that modern fights involve guns now. Master Fei quickly changes tone and advises him to stay patient and avoid conflict. He reminds him never to gamble or fight. Before parting, Master Fei hands him a sealed note and instructs him to open it only if he is about to be killed. Lung tries to peek inside, but his father stops him. He can only open at a moment he has no choice. Soon, Yoon, Mo, and Lung's grand uncle arrive with his luggage. Lung asks his father to see him off, but Master Fei refuses, saying Hong Kong is not overseas. He tells Lung not to return until he makes something of himself. At the port, Lung feels hurt that his father did not come despite this being the first time he's leaving home. What he does not know is that Master Fei hides nearby, watching from a distance. He chooses pride over emotion. Mo tries to speak before Lung boards, but he keeps interrupting her, finishing her sentences to avoid a sentimental goodbye. On the boat, Lung declares he will become serious and work hard in Hong Kong. He does not want to disappoint his father. Yoon listens quietly, already sensing ambition without direction. When they arrive in Hong Kong, Lung is stunned by the city's energy and scale. Yoon takes him to a clothing shop, where Lung becomes distracted by a stylish woman Yoon speaks with. He nearly gets hit for trying to touch her and quickly pulls out his old camera to take a photo. They continue moving from place to place. At a restaurant, Yoon tells Lung to order food while he steps away to use the bathroom, leaving his belongings behind. Moments later, Yoon's phone rings. Lung answers it. The voice on the other end delivers a clear threat to kill him. Yoon warns Lung never to answer his calls again. They wander around the city until late at night. Lung grows exhausted and eventually falls asleep outside. Yoon has no choice but to carry him home. The moment Yoon lays him on the bed, two men appear and attack. Yoon fights back and drives them off. It becomes clear he is drowning in debt and has been avoiding his home to escape his creditors. The wealth was an act. He is broke and in serious trouble. Sensing grave danger, Yoon tries to wake Lung so they can flee, but Lung remains fast asleep. Yoon grabs his luggage and escapes just as a larger group of men breaks in. They try to wake Lung by slapping and dragging him, but he does not respond. They beat him and throw him against the wall, yet he stays asleep. Only when the alarm clock rings does he finally wake up. The gang leader beats him and points a gun at him, demanding Yoon's whereabouts. Lung remembers the note from his father and opens it. It instructs him to fight back if his life is threatened. He immediately counters and takes down the men with ease. They retreat. As they leave, the leader tosses a grenade at him. Lung catches it, realizes the danger, and throws it away before it explodes. He grabs his belongings, jumps off the building, and lands on Yoon below. They run. After putting some distance between themselves and the house, Yoon tells Lung to wait outside a snooker gambling bar while he retrieves money from the manager. The manager claims he has nothing and directs Yoon to a high-stakes player willing to bet any amount. Yoon challenges the man to a $500 game despite having no money and little skill. Midway through the match, Lung grows tired of waiting and walks in. He offers to play instead. Yoon quietly slips away, leaving Lung at the table. Outside, Yoon sees a man beaten for betting without money. Fear pushes him back inside with a bottle in hand, ready to defend Lung. Instead, he finds Lung playing with flawless skill. The crowd watches in amazement. When the game ends, Lung casually asks for a prize, believing it is just a friendly match like he's used to. Yoon quickly collects the winnings and takes him to a restaurant. Lung looks dazed and soon passes out from exhaustion. Yoon books a hotel room. There, Lung confronts him after recalling Yoon counting money at the bar. Yoon denies betting. Lung remains disturbed, not because of the danger, but because he violated his father's instruction against gambling. From then on, Yoon brings him to the snooker bar regularly. He secretly uses Lung's talent to win large sums of money. He convinces management to present each game as a harmless competition, complete with fake prizes, while he collects the cash behind the scenes. Lung never understood why most of his opponents often leave in tears. Money pours in. They spend freely on clothes and accessories. Lung looks at his pile of trophies and grows emotional and proud of all he has achieved. One night, Yoon takes Lung to a nightclub. He leaves him in the main area and heads to the VIP section to meet Boss Fong, the crime boss he owes. Yoon pays his interest and promises to settle the main loan soon. Fong's men question why he tolerates Yoon and let him go off easy. Fong explains that Yoon's debt is small compared to the fortune he could gain through Lung. Lung's father's land is his real target. The realtor Master Fei humiliated earlier works for Fong and is still wearing a neck brace from the umbrella beating. Later, they eat at a restaurant. The buns remind Lung of Mo. The memory makes him homesick. He tells Yoon he wants to return home and quit snooker. Yoon mocks him for acting like a child and quickly shuts down the idea. That night at the snooker bar, Yoon casually tells Lung's opponent that Lung is not a good player. When Lung questions him, he lies and says the man is ill and he should go easy on him. Yoon misjudges the situation. By the time he returns, the total bets have reached $69,000. He is stunned. At that moment, Lung realizes Yoon has been secretly betting on him. He explodes in anger. He promised his father he would never gamble, and Yoon tricked him into doing exactly that. The next morning, Fong's men visit Yoon at his new apartment. They offer him a deal. If he convinces Lung to play a high-stakes snooker match using his father's ancestral land as collateral, his debt will be cleared. Refusal is not an option. They threaten to kill him if he fails. Meanwhile, Lung has already packed and returned home. When Mo sees him, she runs to hug him, but he playfully greets her with a mock punch instead. At home, Lung hugs his father, but Master Fei responds with suspicion. He assumes Lung must have done something wrong in the city to be returning home barely 3 weeks after he left. He begins scolding and striking him. Mo intervenes. Yoon arrives and calms the situation. Yoon praises Lung, claiming he became a snooker champion by combining kung fu with the sport. Master Fei's anger fades into pride. Yoon then mentions an upcoming international competition, promising Lung will defeat a foreign opponent and bring honor to Chinese kung fu. Later, in private, Yoon tells Master Fei that Lung must stake the ancestral land to enter the competition. Master Fei refuses. Yoon manipulates him, arguing that victory will bring global recognition and prove the strength of Chinese kung fu. After persistent persuasion, Master Fei reluctantly hands over the land documents. Before leaving, Master Fei declares Lung a descendant of the dragon and urges him to make the family proud. Mo and Master Fei travel with Lung and Yoon to Hong Kong. While Lung and Mo explore the city, Yoon and Master Fei meet Fong and his solicitor. Yoon hides the true terms of the contract. He claims the winner will gain fame, concealing that losing would cost them the ancestral land and their home. At the event, Yoon is shaken when he learns Lung's opponent is Jimmy White, a 6-time world championship finalist. Sweat pours down his face as the match begins. He pulls Lung aside and insists he must win at all costs. Lung admits the opponent is too skilled. Desperate, Yoon finally reveals the truth. If Lung loses, they lose the ancestral land. The pressure overwhelms Lung. His focus collapses, and he plays worse than ever. He loses to Jimmy White. Yoon quietly slips away to the bathroom and disappears. Fong and his men celebrate. Master Fei, unaware of the real stakes, encourages Lung not to lose heart. He tells him defeat is temporary. When they return home, chaos awaits. The realtor and police officers stand outside, ordering everyone to vacate the premises. Mo blocks the entrance and refuses to let them in. Villagers demand answers, but Master Fei panics and hides instead of explaining. Mo scolds them, urging them to face the problem properly. She suggests Master Fei wear a disguise and leave for Hong Kong until they find a solution. The next day, as they prepare to leave, Lung turns back. He runs to Mo and finally confesses his feelings. They kiss before parting. In Hong Kong, Master Fei refuses to look for Yoon. Instead, they try to survive by performing martial arts in public. However, their stunts fail to impress people and they earn almost nothing. During one performance, Lung spots Yoon in the crowd and drags him out. They confront him. Before things escalate, Mo arrives with a new plan. The realtor had visited her and her grandfather, attempting to buy their land as well. They beat him again and send him away injured. But Mo sees an opportunity. She proposes another match. This time, they will stake a portion of her land. If Lung loses, they surrender that portion. If he wins, they reclaim Master Fei's ancestral land. The plan restores hope. Lung resolves to win. Master Fei finally releases his anger toward Yoon and forgives him. Yoon presents the proposal to Fong, who agrees. Yoon insists the entire city witness the match, so the outcome cannot be denied. The event grows larger than before. Officials oversee it, tickets sell out, and the stakes become public knowledge. Before the match begins, Master Fei reminds Lung that the fate of their village rests on his shoulders. The pressure returns. The game starts, and Jimmy White takes the lead. Lung struggles again, weighed down by nerves. Slowly, with cheers from his family and villagers, he regains confidence. He begins matching Jimmy shot for shot. In the final moments, the table becomes difficult. Lung combines smart strategy with precise body control, blending kung fu balance into his play. He executes a bold final shot and wins, sending the crowd into a frenzy. Fong and his men protest, claiming the move is against the rule. The argument quickly turns physical. Master Fei, Lung, Mo, and Yun stand together and overpower them. With the crowd as witness, victory stands. In the end, Lung proves what Bruce Lee taught the world, that kung fu isn't just about fighting, it's about winning impossible battles, even on a snooker table.